Well, John Hine found this for me. I guess Jesse Jackson's part of a coalition, a group or whatever, that's against the Sirius XM merger. They'd be for it if there were certain concessions that were made.
Let's hear this. This is called the Jesse Jackson Shakedown. What does he got?
Well, listen to this first, just so you know. It's called the Georgetown Partners. That's what they call themselves.
Sounds good. A good fancy name always helps.
And they have had, I'm quoting from an article when I use this adjective, an incredible 23 meetings with the FCC and an astounding 18 meetings in 45 business days in 2008. So this year, they've already had 18 meetings in 45 business days.
The FCC met with Jesse Jackson's group.
Right.
18 days.
Right. Apparently, the way I figure it is, you can't say no, because if you do, then you're a racist. If you say no to a meeting, right?
That's part of the shakedown. Yeah, so what does he want? Let's hear. So he'll allow the merger to go through Jesse Jackson, who's done nothing to put up any money toward this organization or invest money in it or take any risk. Let's hear what he would allow.
There's a lot to go through, but basically it looks like they're looking for around 20% of the channels to be given to them that they can use.
Give it to Jesse Jackson.
So and the Georgetown
Well, it's true. He deserves it.
So they can use it for minority programming.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
It's only 1/5 of the company.
That sounds fair. Because people aren't struggling and people aren't trying to make money.
But they have
That's great. You know, like you walk in and you muscle in on a business.
So we want to merge, and that means they have to be given something.
And the FCC's met with Jesse Jackson 23 times.
But the FCC has
Why don't other people just pony up and say, give us something, too?
Well, why doesn't everybody just get a channel?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
Why stop with him?
regular citizens.
What about the Inuits?
Walk up. Yeah.
Well, thank God for Jesse Jackson, who's always looking to figure out how to get in on something. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah, he's against it because he thinks with the satellite radio monopoly, there's minority interests aren't represented. So it would be okay if the merger happened and 20% of the bandwidth is dedicated to minority.
Well, and why doesn't he put up 20% of the money? That this place bleeds every month.
The kicker is that 20% would be free. People wouldn't have to pay for it. It would confirm. It would follow FCC terrestrial radio regulations.
Oh, I see.
Well, that would be disgusting. That would be not being satellite.
Well, how about 20% of all the radio stations in this country hand over 20% of their airtime to Jesse Jackson, too? That sounds pretty interesting. So, like, in the middle of the day, you'd start hearing Jesse Jackson programming.
Oh, that'll work.
On any random station.
A lot of people will go for that.
Here's a dozen questions, Howard, that the FCC has not been able to get an answer to in their 23 meetings. How much money is Georgetown Partners willing to lease for 20% of the spectrum? Will the partners pay for marketing costs? Will the partners help pay for customer service? Will the partners pay for royalty costs?
No answer on that?
No, they can't get an answer.
I can't believe it.
But they've met 23 times to not know the answer to that.
I see.
Will they pay radio rebate costs?
Well, why should they have to pay anything? Why can't they have just everything free, like communism? Why don't we turn this into a communist country where 20% of everything is given to Jesse Jackson?
Why are they meeting?
Yeah, why bother meeting?
There's absolutely no reason. I mean, and why is it Jesse Jackson? Who is he?
Oh.
He's a guy you can't say no to, or you're racist.
He was standing close enough to Martin Luther King to get in that picture, and he fucking built a life out of it.
I don't understand how he keeps marching up to corporation doors, demanding things.
Right.
It doesn't. I have never gotten a penny. What does it have to do with black people?
You know what? One of his most interesting...
You're not black. That's the problem.
One of his most interesting moments was, I think it was Coca-Cola. But he went to them and he started, ranting and raving that they didn't represent minorities and that he was going to stage a huge boycott and protest. And then, shockingly, like 6 months later, his son owned 3 Coca-Cola
That's my point.
franchises.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah, no. We talked about it on the air.
No.
You don't remember, I guess.
Because sometimes you say stuff and then it's not true.
Yeah, I like it when you do that, Howard. Like you
No, sometimes you say stuff and it's not true.
But we did talk about that on the air.
We did, okay.
Reading the article.
We talked about it.
Well, I gave you the article and you read it.
All right, but I don't remember that.
Okay, you want me to go find it?
No, fine, go find it.
Okay.
That would be good.
All right.
Yeah, go find it. What, right now, in the middle of this conversation, you're going
I don't know. I mean,
I just say, do you know that to be a fact?
I don't know why you question that. Yes, I do remember it.
I'm questioning it because I don't know that fact. You know that for a fact, is what you're saying. Why are you taking that as a challenge? I'm asking you to verify that you know that as a fact.
I remember that we had an article. We read that. We talked about it. Yes, we. Okay. You and I fucking read the fucking article.
Yeah. So why
I read it, and you took the paper and you fucking read it.
I don't recall that. So I'm asking
Okay, so your memory loss
why are you yelling at me?
I don't know, because
I'm asking you, do you know that as a fact?
Hey, Howard.
What are you, a fucking idiot?
Yes, I'm a fucking idiot.
I'm asking you if you know that as a fact. That's it. I'm not accusing you of anything.
Yes, Benji.
No, Gary. You just made a statement that Jesse Jackson's son owns 3 Coca-Cola plants.
My memory serves me correct. That
do you know that for a fact?
I'm pretty sure I know it as a fact, but you, of all people, can always make me doubt myself.
Gary, I'm
pretty sure I know it as a fact.
So you don't know it as a fact. You're pretty sure you know
99 and 9/10% sure.
All right. So you're able to verify that.
I believe I'm able to verify it, yeah.
All right. So that's what I want you to do later on. Bring me verification.
Okay.
Why are you taking that as a challenge?
I don't know, because...
You're being retarded.
Because there's lots of things that we've discussed on the show, and I guess you just don't remember it.
Gary, I don't remember this fact. Do you... Robin, am I saying something insulting to this maniac?
No, I think Gary's thinking of it as an attack. You're just trying to cover your bases.
Yeah, I'm just trying to know, is that really a fact? Because then when I hear from Jesse Jackson that you accused him of having 3 bottling plants...
Can I just play the devil's advocate?
I want to know if it's real. That's all.
What Gary, I think when you said... Well, sometimes you say stuff and it's not true. I think he took that as an attack when you said that.
That's exactly right.
He has made mistakes in the past where he thought something was true and he's wrong.
But we all have on the show.
Yes. So that's why I'm asking you, do you know that as a fact?
I will go and bring you verification when you're done browbeating me.
No, you see, after you make those statements, I'm the one that has to deal with them.
Right, because I've cost you so much money in lawsuits.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I like to be fair to people. Okay. So when I ask you, why would you get defensive? Just say, I believe it to be true. In fact, I can look it up. That's what you do. You're being bizarre right now.
I don't think I am, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree on that. I think Artie hit it right in the head.
No, Gary, I'm asking you, I don't know that as a fact. I don't recall that as a fact.
Okay.
If I ask you if something's a fact, and then you just say, I believe it is, and I can get verification.
Okay, Howard, I believe it is, and I can get verification.
Or you say to me, I'm not 100% sure, I'll look into it. Or I'm 100% sure. Those are the 3 answers, not attacking me. I need to know if you really know that.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes,
that's my responsibility.
I understand.
You're being stupid.
Yes, that's right. I am.
Your reaction to my question is idiotic.
I'm an idiot and stupid.
No, I didn't say you're an idiot. Your answer is idiotic. Yeah, you're being stupid.
That's right.
You're not understanding what I'm
not trying to be stupid. I'm just trying to move the show along. I'm not trying to be stupid.
You slowed the whole show down.
I think you did.
Do you know that? I didn't do anything except ask you a question, and you got into defensive mode.
Okay.
I need to know if you know that as a fact.
Okay. I think we've established that probably about 7 or 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you're not letting go of it. No, you're not letting go of it.
I'm not letting go. You're not letting go of it.
You're not letting go.
We established that, and I said I would go and get... Did I say 4 minutes ago that I would go get verification? You said, okay, great. Then you go to rebrowbeat.
No, but you were in attack mode as if
and then you go to rebrowbeat again. You're not done yet.
There's something wrong with your response.
You're just not done talking about it yet.
No, you're irritating me.
Yes, I can see that.
You irritate me.
Yes, I can see that.
Because you're not comprehending what it is that's upsetting me right now.
I am comprehending it. I said I would go and get the verification you desire. So what else is it that you need?
Because you went into attack mode.
No, but that was all before that. Then we established what you just said.
No. You're wasting. You're bizarre.
Right.
Your bizarre behavior is bleeding into the airwaves.
That's correct.
And you're ruining my airwaves.
Should I leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Leave. But leave the ratings things we were going to discuss. I had a whole agenda here.
Well, you can do that. You don't need me.
Yeah. No, I needed you for that. You've ruined it. You've ruined it. Yeah, you ruined it.
Yes, I did.
You ruined it. Get out. Get out of my show. Now, go get verification. Why are you back?
Because I have the verification.
Okay, good. Go ahead. What do you got? That's all I was looking for.
It all began in the early 80s when Jackson's demands moved Coca-Cola to award more distributorships to minorities. Among those who got the lucrative contract, Jackson's half-brother, Noah Robinson, now serving life prison sentence. So it was his brother.
So it wasn't his son.
It was his I'm sorry, I was off.
You know what?
It was his half-brother.
But here was the thing. Here was the mistake that was made. Apparently there was a boycott of Anheuser-Busch in 1982 that Jackson tried to organize. They gave a lucrative distributorship with revenues of $30 million to $40 million to Jackson's sons.
Yeah, good. I just want to make sure that is a fact. That's it. I don't know why you have to get defensive about that.
And that's from National Review Online.
He takes that as a
personal attack.
A personal attack.
Yeah. And I think it was because we have read those articles on the air before. And when he was saying it, I was like, I know some relatives were involved, but I don't know the exact companies. And that's all you were saying. Just give me the verification.
Howard, do you mind if I play devil's advocate here right now about this?
No, I really don't. I really don't need to be challenged
I see his point.
This.
Maybe I can explain it to you better.
You should talk to him.
What is his point? What is his claim?
I needed to know whether that was a fact that he was 100% sure.
And when you were talking about that specifically, he was fine. When you made it a more general insult of like, you say stuff and it's not true before.
He has done that before,
then thought it was
where he's come back and said, I swear I thought that was a fact.
Right.
So I said, do you know that for a fact?
Where Gary let it go too long was he clearly didn't know if it was a fact. That was the problem.
Right.
Yeah, but the point is, Howard was just like talking about, these are people of a very litigious and...
No, I understand why Howard's doing it.
I'm just saying, do we know that his son has 3... Yeah. As it turns out, his son doesn't... See, Gary again jumbled it up. Anheuser-Busch boycott ended up with it. And not that it makes that much of a difference, but he does jumble facts.
Actually, it was... whatever.
Yeah, it was his half-brother. What are you going to say to that? I'm wrong?
No, nothing.
You jumbled it. You were jumbling. You're known to jumble.
Everyone sees it as jumbled.
Is your favorite thing in the newspaper jumble, Scrabble? That word jumble.
I thought everything is jumble. I'm so stupid. I'll just be
so in other words, I was right. He didn't have his facts completely right. Am I right or am I wrong, Robin?
So off base they were.
No, you weren't off base, but you were not 100% correct.
You said, are you sure? And you said, I'm relatively sure.
I'm relatively sure, both. Relatively sure isn't good enough. That's all. Just asking. Don't get defensive. Oh, there he is reading a book of facts. Oh.
Wow.
That is funny.
Yeah.
He's eating the book of facts.
Is that what he's doing with it? You don't learn the book of facts by eating it. Sal's got the Gary mask on with a big book that he wrote, Book of Facts on. And he's scratching his head and eating it. I really wasn't being accusatory. I was just trying to find out how sure he was about that. That's all.
He mistook the origin of your concern, I think.
He cross-pollinated 2 stories.
That's right.
But the point is, he was thinking, Howard was not having faith in him, and Howard was just thinking about who we were talking about.
Right. But I think the other thing, too, that Gary kind of stuck himself with is he was absolutely sure that the story was true.
Right. The way he said it, it was actually as if it was fact.
Right.
Right. Absolutely true, and all of a sudden it's not the exact fact. That's why I know Gary jumbles stuff.
And it happened.
Right.
Happens to us all.
In 2002, if you remember, Gary told me on the air a guy was gay, and it turned out he wasn't.
Really?
And then Gary admitted he didn't read the article. So I got to be a little careful.
2002?
So 2002, I got it in my book. Another happy day. Another big day in my life.
April 8th, 2002.
Remember that
Gary says someone's gay.
Remember that, Gary? Remember you thought you read it?
Vaguely. Is that a bigger day in the book, or is Jackie a bigger day?
No, Jackie's a bigger day.
That's always
the day he left was the biggest day.
Gary declares someone gay day.
The day Jackie left this show was Christmas for me. All right?
It's your New Year's. Your 4th of July.
All right. He thought I was attacking him. I wasn't.
I know. That was the problem.
What I'd asked Gary to come in with, he had the latest sort of rundown on the ratings of the radio stations we left. And we did some of these yesterday. But here in San Francisco, we have Kits is a station we used to be on. They're down from a 1.7 to a 1.4. They're sinking. Let's see. In other words, they were already down to 1.7. Now they're down as low as a 1.4.
Yeah, they've gotten worse.
Right.
The bleeding has not stopped.
JFK in Washington at 1.9. Those stations are going to be worth 0. San Jose, let's see what's going on there. Maybe they had a comeback. No. They're down to a 1.4. All right. Enough gloating. I apologize to my audience that you had to sit there and listen to an argument like that. It was foolish.
I think they loved it more than anything.
Oh, man.
I apologize, Robin, to my audience.
Well, I think they were enjoying it, as already said. In fact, I hear people on the wrap-up show all the time saying, we think Howard's gotten nicer. He doesn't give Gary such a hard time anymore.